Good morning, East Leiden, and welcome back to the Eagle Update. I'm Dorothy Castillo.
And I'm Karina Menjon, bringing you the Eagle Update for April 11th and 12th. In this episode, our team field reports cover a number of topics. I'm Emily Stewart.
And I'm Zoe Palma. East Leiden, your Eagle Update starts now.
Our first topic is about Mr. Fowler retiring this year. He teaches AP Gov and Civics. This segment is brought to you by Emily and Zozo.
Oh gosh, students like you. And I'm serious. No, I really enjoy the relationship in the classroom that I hope I can establish with my students. And teaching AP, it's only come on board 7 years ago, has been a great way to end my career. Those are students that are really hardworking and dedicated, and they make it fun to come in and teach every day.
Mr. Fowler, who teaches AP Government and Civics, plans on retiring at the end of the school year after teaching for 34 years. And he has some future plans after retiring.
I'm big into outdoors and camping, so the family's already bought a big camper. I just need to buy a truck to pull it, and the plan is to visit as many national parks as possible across the U.S. So,
Mr. Fowler has led lots of students to get out of their comfort zone when learning new things.
hopefully, I've shown them that learning can be enjoyable. I taught social studies my whole career, and I get it. Not everybody's a history person or a government person, but if you give it a shot, hopefully I can make it a little bit enjoyable. And even if it's not your thing, maybe it turns out to be not so bad of an experience to take a government class or take a civics class.
Mr. Fowler's students are used to hearing a song playing as they walk into his classroom, and he specifically chooses a song that corresponds to each day of the week. As a way to honor Mr. Fowler and his love for matching songs to different points in time, we decided to pick songs that correspond with different reflections on his career.
Look beyond teaching. My 10 years when I was the head coach of girls soccer, I had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm a competitive person, so part of me is a teacher, but part of me is a coach, and so I have great memories from coaching girls soccer.
One thing that Mr. Fowler likes to do outside of school is foster dogs.
Let the dogs out! Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Don't worry, be happy.
Dig in and understand that what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is really important. You're getting a chance to interact with students, you're getting a chance to kind of make an impression, you're getting a chance to build relationships. So, if I were talking to the new generation of teachers, I would say focus on that, and be proud of what you do, because it's the classroom teachers who kind of make things work in a high school.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why.
I just turned 57, so I don't feel like I'm that old, but I feel like it's time to move on and do something different. I've been doing this for 34 years, always a classroom teacher, so it's time for kind of a new life plan. So.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Did you know that you could go to the library after school till 4:30 instead of 3:30? Peter and Anastasia will be covering this topic.
For many students, finding a space in which they can focus on schoolwork can prove to be a challenge, ranging from students who cannot find a quiet space to work at home, to students who don't have a proper space to work, to those who simply find themselves often getting distracted from work.
Working at school versus home is really different. You have your own personal life going on at home versus what you are doing here at school.
In school, it's like I get the assignment, I'm like, I want to get it done. I don't want to, go home and have homework. You go home, you got distractions, you got like pets, You got like a TV on, you get distracted, you have your phone next to you, video game console, so.
This is especially alarming considering students who do have a space to focus often outperform those who don't, as was discovered in a recent paper from the Trends in an International Mathematics and Science study that found students who don't have access to a desk at home are 3 times more likely to have poor academic performance. To help remedy this, Leiden has recently opened the library after hours, extending the time students are allowed to stay after school and work in the library to 4:30.
We've always been open until 3:10, and this year they've instituted extra academic time, 3:10 until 4:30, for students who need extra space for academic work, specifically work where it's going to be quiet.
Students who take advantage of the extra time agree that it has benefited them and helped improve their academic performance, as they are now able to focus on studying without distraction.
I think if more people came, it would improve their academics. I come here on Mondays just to study and focus on math.
I mean, the library has benefited me because, when I do come here, it just helps to keep my mind off a lot of things, get done with schoolwork, and it just helps me relax a lot.
For the Eagle Update, this is Peter Nowick.
Our next topic focuses on esports. This segment is brought to you by Alex Visal.
Esports in recent years has become a widely recognized way to build communication within a community. Esports clubs can be joined here at Leiden, both East and West, yet most East kids do not join our esports teams. Why? Here we introduce Mr. Winstead, a teacher here at East, and an esports coach with some information on how and why to join.
So esports is 2 different things. So it's a place for kids to come just play different video games for fun. So it kind of replaced like the old video game club. So it's open to kids to come play any of the games they want after school. But there's also a competitive part to it. And we play actual matches and games against other schools for all the different games we offer.
Right now we have Apex on Tuesdays and Rocket League on Thursdays. And then earlier in the year we have like seasons where there's Mario Kart and Valorant, there's Smash, Overwatch. Originally I joined it because in middle school I remember like some people came in to talk to us about Leiden, and they said esports, and just the idea of playing video games competitively seemed interesting.
In some cases, video games can make money. Next, we present how esports can make some serious money and why you should consider esports as a career path if interested.
Esports is growing at high schools and colleges. So something I've been working on, I've contacted colleges in the area about their esports programs. All of the state championships for our league are at Northern Illinois. And they have a gaming arena where kids go to Northern Illinois and they play matches against other colleges. And there's actually scholarship money available for kids that are interested in esports, interested in like video production or social media or things like that. I've talked to college coaches, and it's something that I think there's students here at Leiden that are good enough at these games that could possibly earn money to, like scholarship money to play in college like an actual athlete.
Video games are key in kids' lives, creating friendships, new opportunities, gaining skills, and learning how to work as a team. Video games are evolving, and it's a good way to learn so many things that can be used in their everyday lives outside of video games.
I really like Mario Kart. It was the first year of that, so I came in, and then I made some friends, and they decided to sign up for Rocket League and Apex with them. Honestly, it's just fun to do. Even if you don't win, you just like come in, hang out, play some video games with your friends, and call it a day.
Esports is primarily at West. So we tried to do some stuff at East and West over the years, but the lab at West, we have a lot of really cool equipment. We have gaming monitors, we have keyboards and controllers and headphones. And the other coaches and I have spent some of our program money to like really outfit that space for the kids to be able to come and play. So it is at West, but it's definitely open to all East students. There are students that take the bus over just like they do for baseball or any other sport. We have kids that come play almost every day. Like there are coaches there in the lab, at least for 30, 40 minutes, student teacher time. We have kids that show up and play. Each game has a specific day. So like the schedule is determined for all the different schools. So for example, right now, Apex Legends is on Tuesdays and Rocket League is on Thursdays. So on those days, the kids come, we play after school, we practice, and then our official matches are at 5 p.m.
Welcome to FBLA. We have everybody on time, which is a good thing. for the first time ever.
You were thinking of getting involved with a club, but didn't know which one. Maybe FBLA is the right one for you. Learn from Mr. Smith on what FBLA is and how to get involved.
Well, it stands for Future Business Leaders of America. And what it is it's a national organization where students from the schools that do it, they choose a competition in some business or technology category. There's 75 of them, and then they compete against students from other schools who've chosen the same competition. Two things I commonly hear from the juniors and seniors in FBLA are, one, I wish I knew about this earlier, or two, I wish I would have told other people about it. There's so many people who find out about it late. They do it their junior year, their senior year, they love it, and the only regret they have is not doing it earlier and trying out more competitions or whatever, or not doing it with their friends. Yeah, it's really just something that I think people should know about and get involved in earlier rather than later, so they can have the most fun with it that they can.
Mr. Smith, who has been teaching at Leiden for 6 years, recently took over for Ms. Lakdawala and Giuseppe, with this being his 5th year as an advisor for FBLA. They recently just competed at state in Springfield, Illinois. With that being said, 4 students from Leiden will be competing this summer at Orlando, Florida.
When we went to Springfield, we obviously had our competitions where we presented, and I had a partner. We did a competition called Network Design, and we weren't as confident with our thing, but we ended up placing second in state, which is decent, but we still did not make nationals. But it was a nice experience and helped me understand where I am with my understanding with networking and just technology in general. And I'm glad that I did it because it did help me a lot.
So the cool thing about it is at the beginning of the year, we create projects, work on our competitions, and then we actually go to 3 different places. So the first is the regional competition, usually up in Grays Lake. We do that in January, which is always a good time and a highlight. The kids love it. And then after that, we go to Springfield for the state competition, which we just got done with this past weekend. And then in the summer, they have the national competition if the students are so lucky to qualify, which is anywhere from Atlanta to Orlando, Salt Lake City, and it was in Chicago 3 years ago, so it kind of rotates among several large cities.
Congratulations to everyone who participated this weekend. And congrats and good luck to the 4 Leiden students who will be competing this summer in Orlando. For the Eagle Update, this is Sylveta Lamone.
That's all the news we have time for today, East Leiden.
Remember to check your email to read the daily bulletin for news on clubs meeting, tryouts, and other events here at school.
If you got ideas for future segments, send an email to Mr. Rossi. We look forward to telling your stories.
For the Eagle Update, this is Karina Mendra,
Rocky Castillo,
Zoe Palma,
and Emily Stewart.
Signing off.